West Division Media Day, and those programs include Arizona Christian, Carroll College, the College of Idaho, Eastern Oregon, Montana Western, Simpson, and Southern Oregon. And today we start off in Dillon with one of my favorite coaches, head coach Ryan Norris, win-loss record of 64 and 45, and they went 10-2 a year ago and qualified for the playoffs. And welcome, Coach Norris, and introduce us to the gentleman you have with you at the table today.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Rocky and Scott, for putting this on today. And here to my right is quarterback Michael Palandri, and to my left, linebacker Jace Fitzgerald, both seniors and both captains this year.
Coach, your thoughts on the newly expanded Frontier Conference?
Exciting. It's going to be, it's going to be really awesome to see some cross competition and play some teams and some matchups in the Frontier that maybe we haven't seen before, maybe we haven't seen in many years.
Coach, tell me some of your top returning players back besides Michael and Jace that you have this season.
Well, we got Jake Humphrey, our leading rusher from a year before, comes back for his junior season, and then Eli Norris will be returning at wide receiver, also going to be a junior this year. And at linebacker, we have Keegan Mufich was an all-conference player for us last year, had a fantastic year, and then Kel Van Camp is coming in and is really making a strong contribution. Last year played spot play, rotated as a starter, and was a good special teams player. And then Tyler Walker on the defensive line has had a great spring and awesome fall. It's been a multiple year starter for us, and Eddie Dewart, our punter, is back. Eddie's punted consistently for us for the last 3 years. So, well, we've got a lot of guys who've contributed really good football for us coming back.
Any changes in your coaching staff?
Not a lot. We're very consistent there as well. Riley Martello returns as defensive coordinator. Jed Heffernan and Kyle Wantland and Justin Hurd are all back. And we added two excellent new young coaches, Zach Talent.
You got to be excited about this 2025 season. 3,670 yards, completed almost 70% of his passes, 34 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. Michael, what do you like best about the Bulldogs offense?
I just like how we work as a unit, and I don't got to do everything by myself. I got great players all surrounded by me, and they help me along the way. So it makes my job easy having all these great explosive guys around me.
Eli Norris, one of your favorite wide receivers last year, third in the nation with 89 catches. He averaged over 100 yards a game. Michael, how do you best describe Eli as a wide receiver?
He's just a fast, shifty, smart guy. He knows what every coverage before the play, and he just always gets open with the speed. So he's a very reliable guy, and I can rely on him all game.
Jace, how come Dillon football is so good each and every year? I think it's been like 34 years now that they have not had a losing season. How in the world can Dillon be that consistent?
I think a lot of it has to do with the coaches. They really teach the importance of like hard work and just getting after it each and every summer and continuing to play when you're, a toddler all the way up to high school, you're playing with the same guys. So you get a lot of the same, Now, the
first game of the season for Montana Western in Butte against Tech. Jace, what is it like a Tech Montana Western game? Tell us about that rivalry.
Yeah, no, that rivalry is huge, especially in the Frontier. That game is going to mean a lot in terms of, postseason rankings and whatnot and bragging rights. So, we have to be ready to go come that Thursday, a few weeks down the road.
Coach, tell us who's going to wear number 18, MJ's number this year.
Jace Fitzgerald right here to my left was selected by our last 18, who is also a Dillon Beaver, Pete Gibson. And so exciting to see Jace get to have this opportunity. Another local guy who's played both, obviously for the Beavers and then for the Bulldogs, and made a huge impact in our community and on our program.
Jace, what does that honor mean to you?
Yeah, no, it means a lot, especially growing up in Dillon. I got the pleasure of knowing MJ. I was always looking up to him, and so it really is a special thing to be honored to wear that number.
How good the coach.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's been awesome. So we've always had outstanding support here. We've always had great crowds, and the vigilante, the cow pasture, did us really, really well for a really long time. But to have something on our campus just brings a whole new electricity to game day, and the design of the camp of the stadium. And it was just spot on. So all those generous donors and the people who work so hard to make the dream a reality are it's certainly been worthwhile and a boon to our university and our community.
I have announced games at Vigilante in November. That field gets a bit hard about that time of year. So
It
congratulations
it
on
was the
that.
same in 1994. So that was one thing that never changed about Vigilante.
Michael, what's a home football game like? What's that experience like?
Oh, it's great. The tailgate's awesome. Walk through it, and everyone from the community comes and supports us. So it's good seeing everyone having fun and just being able to enjoy this new stadium we got.
Dr. Crawford, take over the program.
If we could first, I'd like to turn some time over to the members of the media. I'm dealing with some technical issues on YouTube, and I'd like to give members of the media an opportunity to engage with Coach Norse and with Jace and Michael. Daniel, go ahead.
Hey guys, Daniel Shepard with 406 Sports. Ryan, I'm just curious. It's obviously kind of year three with Michael under center and some of the skill guys back. With the success you've had, how do you keep finding new ways to do things or kind of wrinkles to throw in, especially offensively?
It, as always, the first thing I'm going to look at is what are the things we've done really, really well, and what are some things that we have that would suit the talent that we have around us. Each year these guys have grown and grown as their experience grows. We're able to do some different things and to make some tweaks on offense schematically that they can handle. And these guys we've been super fortunate. These guys not are just good athletes and football players. They're extremely intelligent, hardworking guys. So they can take a lot on their shoulders. And then we have that opportunity there as a coach, Daniel. It's like, it just takes you from, if you have 20 things you do well, and then the next year you can have 26, and the next year you can have 32, it just adds to the basket you can take from each game and help your team get ready to play and get a win.
Then I believe you mentioned you kind of graduated 4 offensive linemen. Who's the one you're bringing back this year, starter?
Sione Haimuli, our right guard.
Okay. And then who are maybe some guys you're looking to replace those 4 you lost?
Oh gosh, these guys have done awesome. All of them have been here with us, learning and developing, and a lot of them have played moments last year as well. Tyrus McPhee will be taking over for first team All-American. Marcus Lombard at center has really grown over the last 2 years and is ready for his challenge. And Ethan Larson at left tackle, again he's another redshirt sophomore. And then Lane Cooney, our right tackle. Lane unfortunately has had 2 years where he's had season-ending injuries and unable to come back and play, and he's finally healthy and ready to go. And then another redshirt sophomore, Dylan Chrisman. So we're doing pretty good there. Those guys, like I said, they've been here. They're all on year 3, and so they're ready to go. They've been through the program. They know who we are, what we do, how we do it, and we're going to be able to mold our offense, especially in the run game and the things that they have skill at to what their unit's going to be able to accomplish.
And then Michael, I'm just curious, what's it been like to kind of build a relationship, especially with Eli? I know he's kind of turned into your top target, but even guys like John Kirkley, some of those skill position guys, and Jay Comfrey as well, just building those relationships. And now you're going to get to to start with them for a third year in a row. Just what's that experience been like for you?
It's been great. We've all been super close. John Crookley's my roommate, so we're always together. And yeah, just hanging around the guys and being able to throw with them in the summer has built us a big relationship. So I think just being together and working out together builds that relationship a lot.
And your coach talks about, with experience, he can kind of put more on you kind of offensively. How have you kind of seen maybe the playbook grow, but just kind of the different things you can do offensively now in year three, kind of compared to year one, if you will?
I think it's a lot of experience, just seeing what the defense does, and I've seen it a lot. So especially against our defense, just seeing what they're doing and knowing what's about to come, and trusting my receiver or running back that they're going to be there, and just knowing where they're going to be and making that play.
And then lastly from me, Ryan, is Dylan Shipley still on your roster, or did he leave?
He is not on our roster.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate the time.
You bet.
Rocky,
Anybody else from the media?
Rocky, I'm going to jump in, and maybe another member of the media will come up with a question or two. But I'd like to ask Coach, with the taste of postseason that you've had the last several years, what is the importance to you and your program with the Frontier now in 2 divisions, receiving 2 automatic berths, and really the opportunity to claim 1 or 2 at-large berths as well? Talk a little bit about that impact, what that means to Montana Western football, and to you as head coach.
I think I do a pretty good job of compartmentalizing what I do, and I'm able to bring that through to our staff in my leadership, and then our staff's leadership out to our players, and put our focus on what's important now. And and that really is on a game-to-game basis for us and for our guys. But overall, in terms of the conference, I mean, the opportunities are outstanding to have the 2 divisions, and obviously you're going to get your champions out of there, are going to get an opportunity to play for national championship if you can get in. Though that's the legitimacy of the opportunity you get at that point, and hopefully it'll just continue to strengthen the brand nationally as well. I think respect for the Frontier is really high right now. I believe we've all competed really well, and to bring a Dickinson State in, who's been a perennial conference champion and a perennial playoff contender, into the league, to just add to a significantly talented group of coaches and teams is, if we're able to get 3 teams in, I mean, I think we've got 3 teams who are going to legitimately have opportunities to win playoff games. And that's important for the teams that play and for our players who earn that opportunity at the end.
Thank you, Coach.
I got a question for Coach. Coach, the relationship with you and your son, Eli, how difficult is that, the father-son relationship, and the head coach and wide receiver?
It really hasn't been an issue, honestly. And I mean, I've kind of coached him my whole life and his whole life. So we have an understanding, there's there's business, and then there's after business, and football's business. And I think part too that is helpful, and he knew this coming into the situation, is if he was going to play, he was going to need to perform at a high level. That's his role, and he's done a fantastic job of that. So really, outside of him wanting to talk some football, maybe when he stops by the house, and once I get home, I'm kind of off football mode. That's really about the only issue we've ever had. He's allowed me to coach him hard his whole life, and so this really just fits who he is.
Well, guys, I really appreciate you taking the time, Michael, Jace, and Coach. And I hope I get to announce a Montana Western football game this fall. Looking forward to it.
That'd be great. We got a pretty good record when you're on the mic, Rocky.
That's true. That's true. Thanks, guys. Best of luck this season.
Great, Rocky and Scott. Thank you guys a ton.